today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our small contracts project. Let's have a look at what we're going to be going over today. Now, if you recall, the last thing we left off with inside of our Natspec Docstring module was the price feed. And since we upgraded it from a state or a store to an immutable, you can see here we have all capital letters in our variable. We're going to set that equal to the aggregator v3 interface, which is going to take a parameter of the price feed address. Now, whenever we deploy our contract using our immutable price feed, we will update the price feed with whatever address that gets passed into the init. You can see here our dunder init dunder price feed address as a parameter. So whenever we deploy this contract on a different chain, we can use different price feed addresses. Also, with the price feed, we will need to modify the way we make our static call. We will no longer be static calling the self.price feed, but we will be static calling the price feed as an immutable. This will look like this. So you can see a static call price feed latest answer. So it's no longer going to be the static call self.price feed latest answer. It's going to be the price feed as an immutable, as you can tell by all the capital letters, latest answer function. So just to do a quick recap, our minimum USD is going to be a constant because it will always be $5, and our price feed will be immutable because it will adjust to our small contract as we need it. And the next thing we will look at is the owner, which will be an immutable as well, just in case we ever want to change MetaMask addresses to deploy from. So we don't want that to be a constant because we don't want to set it to one MetaMask address. Just in case we ever want to use a different MetaMask account or a different MetaMask address, we can make it an immutable so it can be interchangeable. So now our owner variable will look like this. You can see here owner, all capital letters, public, immutable keyword of type address. We will also update the self.owner to owner everywhere we find it in our smart contract. Now the next variable we will look at is the funders. Because the funders is always going to change to reflect the list of funders to our smart contract, it cannot be a constant or an immutable. Therefore, it will remain a store or state variable. Now the last variable we'll be looking at is the funder to amount funded, and that's going to be the same as the funders. Let's go down. Like the funders store or state, this too will continuously change to reflect the amount funders or the amount funded to our small contract by a specific funder. This means that this must also stay a store or state variable. With the changes we made and didn't make, this is what our small contract should look like now. Let's move down. So you can see here we have our minimum USD, which is a constant now, our price feed and owner, which are immutables, and then we have our funders and our funder to amount funded, which are going to stay state variables. So let's move down now and look at the entire contract. And that's pretty much it, what we have so far inside of our Natspec Docstring module. Everything is up to speed, and we changed everything that needed to be changed. You can see here, return static call price feed. We're calling on the immutable price feed. We're no longer using a self.price feed, the latest answer. So we pretty much updated everything we need to update in this entire contract so far. So we're going to be moving on to the next module, which is going to be the anti-pattern magic numbers. So look out for that. We're going to be starting that tomorrow. Of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.